Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
Don't understand this case. I had to look at the mess that was being constructed.
Run, Spike! Run!
I have a personal score to settle with the wax!
You know what? We should maybe even kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up a notch, huh?
Last time I seen my brother. Last time I seen the sun. And just for a few hours, it was free.
Stop filming me!
I'm sure you're used to it by now. What's it feel like to die?
2025 brought plenty of cinematic goodness, and as always, Josh and I have collected our list of favorite films of the year, and as always, the title says best, but there is no real best when talking about art and entertainment. It's all based on taste and experience, so we're looking at our personal favorites in no particular order, starting with some of the more obvious picks like...
I need you, brother. Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another is a momentum-driven comedy action thriller with some of my favorite performances of the year, including DiCaprio in a role we haven't really seen from him before, and Sean Penn giving a career best performance as Colonel Lockjaw. And of course, the always spectacular Benicio del Toro, especially with this moment that will live rent-free in my head for the rest of my life. But it's just a great and incredibly quotable film, top to bottom.
I'm incapable of not solving a crime. Oh, you'll see. It's fun.
Rian Johnson's Knives Out films are already favorites of mine. I could watch 1,000 of these, but his latest, Wake Up Dead Man, really stacks the mystery and the cast. The ensemble here is insane and everyone brings their A game. The tone is pitch perfect with the most engaging and creative visuals of the series and ridiculously good writing, which is no surprise coming from Johnson. It's the kind of movie that makes you immediately want to rewatch just to see how early the tells were, and it is a very rewarding second watch.
Oh, no.
Suicide pedal.
Phoenician Scheme is Wes Anderson doing Wes Anderson, but with an extra shot of momentum. The production design alone is worth the ticket as usual, but it's also just flat out funny and weirdly sweet. And if you're a sucker for precise visual comedy, it's basically candy. Good News is a dark comedy thriller with a fun tone that jumps around quite a bit and lands a thoughtful and impactful message. It's funny, unique, well acted, and so enjoyable to watch. If you're looking for something that's a little different, this one will satisfy that craving.
I need you to take the ink bomb out. If I do that, it'll blow up. Not if you do it quick.
Oops.
Derek Cianfrance, who directed Blue Valentine and The Place Beyond the Pines, brings us Roofman. It's based on a true story of a man who robs stores by breaking in through their roof and ends up living inside of a Toys R Us for 6 months. It's funny, absurd in the best way, and surprisingly charming. This one hits with slow, surgical, emotional damage. You're laughing, then 5 minutes later, you're quietly devastated. It's a family story that feels lived in, and it trusts the audience to keep up without spelling everything out, which nowadays is very nice to see. It's emotionally complicated and entirely believable, easily one of the most beautifully shot films of the year too. Marty Supreme is directed by Josh Safdie, and you know it immediately. His style of blocking and anxiety-induced pacing firmly pins you to your seat, and that is only amplified by Timothée Chalamet's incredible performance. The Safdies also have a way of putting their characters in bizarre and stressful situations that somehow feel so real, regardless of how absurd it may seem. If If you loved Uncut Gems, make sure to see this one as soon as possible. We have a lot more to go, obviously, but before we do, let's take a second to thank today's sponsor, which is Storyblocks. If you're a filmmaker or a creator of any kind, Storyblocks really is a solid tool. It has unlimited downloads of diverse and high quality media for one predictable subscription cost. Just choose a monthly or annual plan with no hidden or extra fees, and it has everything you need in one place: 4K and HD video, templates, music, sound effects, images, and more. And that unlimited source of content gives you the freedom to test things out, experiment, try different ideas, create more effectively. On top of that, their stock library is created by real artists from around the world to help you tell your stories with unique footage that reflects real experiences crafted with intention and creativity. Another feature I really like here is the recommends on the side. Click a video and you get some suggested music to go along with that tone. I've been toying around with this as a way to search for a certain vibe of music, going with an image, then seeing what's tagged with it, and it's been really useful. They also have straightforward licensing that helps you stay protected in perpetuity by the highest level of legal coverage in the industry, so you can focus on creating and not double checking your legal rights. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head to storyblocks.com/filmriot or click the link in the description. Jumping right back in, we have No Other Choice, which is directed by Park Chan-wook, who is a brilliant filmmaker, and this film is no exception. His scene construction, blocking, and transitions are just so masterfully executed in this. The story is great. It almost always did something different from what I was expecting, and for me, definitely stuck the landing. Twinless stars Dylan O'Brien and James Sweeney, who also directed the film, and he absolutely crushes. This film is funny, tragic, and wonderfully acted, especially Dylan O'Brien, who might have given his best performance here. I was really floored by him with this. The characters and the relationships are complex and fascinating, and its depiction of grief and loneliness are also really powerful.
I got a cat. Whatever you need.
Sorry Baby is as funny as it is sad as it is lovable. It's a very human story and one that felt very lived in. The way it handles different tones, effortlessly jumping between them, was very impressive, especially being a directorial debut from Ava Victor, who also stars in the film. And the way Victor handles difficult subject matter in a very delicate and sometimes funny way was really refreshing. Train Dreams stars Felicity Jones and Joel Edgerton and was not at all what we were expecting in the best kind of way. It's a gentle, gut-wrenching, and honest look at love, life, and grief. The cinematography is gorgeous and has a flow and pace that always kept me fascinated. There's a consistent forward momentum, but in a slow, methodical rhythm that was both comforting and unnerving. It Was Just an Accident is a tragic, morally complex story that both metaphorically and literally takes you on a ride. The performances are excellent and the story reels you in and doesn't let you leave. The blocking is really effective in how it lets the actors live in the scene, making everything feel very real. What was most impressive was the restraint that director Jafar Panahi showed with an ending that will stick with you for days.
Bye.
Why?
Bye.
Why?
Written and directed by Chloe Zhao, Hamnet is a love letter to art and self-expression and how it connects us all, and the outlet it can be to not just express our grief, joy, or pain, but share it in a tangible way. And this has some really powerful performances from Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal, both of which will undoubtedly be nominated for this. Begonia is the latest from Yorgos Lanthimos and is a what am I even watching sort of film in the best kind of way. It's strange, uncomfortable, funny, and it commits so hard that you either go with it or you're left behind. The entire film had me questioning who was lying and who was crazy. It's bonkers and I loved it. Next, we move into my favorite horror films of the year with Weapons, which is a crowd pleaser horror movie with teeth. It's strange, dark, loaded with mystery, and carried by a great cast, especially Amy Madigan, who delivered one of the best supporting roles of the year as Gladys, the film's villain. And honestly, the film owes a lot to the iconic character that she brought, which anchored the weird, unnerving quality of the whole piece. Overall, it's easily my favorite horror film of the year. This one is mean, but smart mean. It's grief horror that doesn't use the theme as a shield. It still wants to wreck you, and it does. It's from the Philippou brothers, so you know it doesn't hold back and will swing quite a few heavy punches. But if you dug Talk to Me, definitely give this one a watch.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Sinners is big, iconic, confident filmmaking. It's got style for days, but it's also character forward, thematically rich, and really smartly written. And good God, is Michael B. Jordan cool in this film. The man is 1,000 feet tall on screen and does an incredible job playing both brothers, bringing specificity to each character. And the cinematography and score are some of my favorites of the year as well. Okay, a bit of a disclaimer for the next 4 films. All of them were directed by friends of mine, but would make the list regardless. First of which is Sketch from first-time writer-director Seth Worley. It's funny, heartfelt, and delivers an excellent message for kids. The whole thing is like Pixar and Jurassic Park had a baby, and that is as awesome as it sounds. It's an absolute blast that hits you right in the feels.
I know we're supposed to be scared of it, but it's kind of beautiful.
This is Predator like we've never seen it before. It's a big sci-fi actioner with an incredible imagination, a great sense of humor, and some of the most fun set pieces I've seen in a really long time. I said it in an interview that we did with director Dan Trachtenberg on the channel, but this is genuinely some of the most fun I had in the theaters in a very long time.
We might not be alone in this hunt.
Another one from Dan Trachtenberg, because I guess one movie a year is too relaxing for him. In 1 year, we got what are, in my opinion, the 2 best Predator films of the franchise. This one is animated and went straight to Hulu. It's 3 interweaving stories, and it's shockingly good. You get Vikings, samurais, and World War II all in one film with Predators. I mean, what else do you need? This franchise is basically a Rube Goldberg machine of anxiety, and this entry understands the assignment. The set pieces are very clever, the tension is fun, and the dark humor is exactly where it should be. I fear pennies now as well, so there is that.
We will change my destiny!
For our second animated film on the list, Ninja 2 is a Chinese animated film that made over $2 billion worldwide. And for good reason. This movie is absolutely insane. The animation is stunning, the action is crazy, and the story is always moving and so much fun. If you are looking for an epic fantasy adventure film that has some of the most striking imagery of the year, this is a must-watch. Sadly, there are 3 films I think would have ended up on the list if we saw them, but we didn't get a chance, and those are The Secret Agent, Avatar, Fire and Ash, and Dead to Rights. Link to all of those and everything else we talked about below. But that's it for today, a list of our personal favorites of the year. How many have you seen and what were your favorites? Post that below so we can add to our watch list as well. But as always, if you dug the episode, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified when we put up more content. And until next time, don't forget to write, shoot, edit, repeat.
I'm sure you're used to it by now. What's it feel like to die?